Hey pals, how are you doing? I have quite an exciting video today because I have been gifted some items from a fairly well-known company. I reached out to them, this isn't an ad or anything, but at the end of this video I will be giving away some binders. So stay tuned till the end of the video if you want to know more about that. I wanted to talk a bit about chest dysphoria, which, if you're unfamiliar with that term, it just means a feeling of discomfort around your chest area. This is quite a common phrase within the trans masculine community, where people feel like they naturally have more breast tissue than they feel like they should or want. Not every trans masculine or trans person in general has chest dysphoria. Some people have it really bad that they can hardly move, and it limits them from doing normal daily activities. Some people have a little of it but can deal with it, and some people have none, and that's all fine. But today I wanted to talk about what you can do to alleviate your dysphoria if you have it. One thing I would suggest doing, or something that would help me, is to layer up with lots of different tops. I guess it just distracts people from the shape of your chest and makes people focus on the kind of patterns and fabric and the different stuff you're wearing, I guess, and what's going on in terms of clothing. If I was to wear layers now to kind of hide my chest, it would be maybe like a black top and a shirt or a cardigan and then a jacket on top of that, all open so that you can see the layers but not like heat up. When it comes to like art or music videos or films with trans people in them, you'll often see people using bandages around their chest, which is really dangerous. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. I don't know the full ins and outs of that and why it's dangerous, but I know it can do serious damage to your ribs, to your breathing, to your chest, and I've heard cases of people doing that for so long that it damages their chest so severely that the outcome of top surgery has been really difficult to deal with because it breaks all the tissue and can really mess up your nipples and all that kind of stuff. I can understand why you'd want to do that if you're in desperate need for some extra support, but I don't think it's worth it. When I was kind of thinking about binding, I used a scarf once for school and I wrapped it around my chest quite a few times and tucked it in at the back, and it was really uncomfortable and I think I got bruises from it. I couldn't breathe when I went up the stairs and it was just really not good, so please don't do that and look after your health. There are plenty of companies out there that make binders specifically to flatten your chest. I started binding about 7-8 years ago, I want to say, when I had just recently come out as trans to everyone and I felt like I couldn't be seen as male if I had a large chest, which I did. Obviously having a big chest or a chest in general is not an excuse for people to not respect you, or it doesn't make you any less of who you are, but that's how I felt at the time and I was really insecure about it. I don't fully remember the sizing or anything, but I was around a 36H cup size, which is pretty big, especially for someone who's 15 or 16. I'd always had quite a large chest and it was one of the things people commented on first when they met me, which was horrible and really discouraging, and I hated my chest. I'd always wanted to have surgery to either decrease the size or just to take it off completely. It got to a point where I considered cutting them off myself. Obviously it's not healthy for anyone to think, but I had a look online and found Underworks. At the time, Underworks was probably the most popular brand that I could find, the most well received brand, and so I asked my mum if I could get one for my birthday and she said yes, thankfully. I was living in Thailand at the time. It only took about 3 days to arrive, and when it came it was probably one of the best days of my life. I just remember that night when I had that binder, after previously feeling like there was no hope for me to ever hide my chest. I put it on, I kind of configured my chest to the flattest it could be, and I went through my whole wardrobe, tried things on in the mirror, and just posed thinking that I looked amazing and just felt so good about myself. I think that was the first experience I had of gender euphoria. I got in touch with them about the idea I had of doing a couple of videos talking about how to alleviate dysphoria or how to transition and just general advice. One being chest dysphoria and dealing with that and binding and all that kind of stuff. I asked if I could be sent a couple of binders to show off their different sizes or colours or styles, and then give them back to you because I don't need them anymore. So I've got 3 binders here. I have a white large binding top that's cotton. I have a nude medium tri-top chest binder, and I have a black extra large concealer chest binder. If you want one of these binders, then all you have to do is be subscribed and tell me what it would do for you and why you want one. I was thinking about doing this randomly, but I think the best and probably fairest way to do it is to give it to someone who really needs it. Unfortunately, it can only be for people in the UK because I'm paying for shipping. I'm a student, I don't have a full-time job, so I just can't afford to ship these to anywhere else. If you're in the UK and you're in need of a binder, tell me why in the comments, and I'll pick someone, let you know if you've won it or not, and send it to you. I'll take the white large one out of its packaging, so whoever gets this one, know that it will be open and like taken out the package just for the purpose of this video. I'll put it back in straight away. It won't have been used, so it'll be just like new. But I just thought I'd say that, so you're aware and you're not like, why is this open? So okay, first of all, it comes in this package where it says Underworks with a like logo and a sizing chart on the back, which is handy. I definitely would recommend measuring yourself manually before you ask for one or order one, just because it can do a lot of damage if you don't get the right size. I know it can be tempting to get the size smaller if you are really struggling with the size of your chest, but please don't. It's not worth it. So this is the white one. It feels kind of firm, sturdy. It's stretchy but not too stretchy, and it looks like this. It's a little tri-top. This one is a cotton lined binder, so it's got a soft inside, if that makes sense. The outside looks a bit like netting, but not really. I don't know how to describe it. What you do is just put it over the top of you, squeeze down. It can be difficult to get these on because they're tight. This one can be good for hotter countries if you feel like you don't want to be covered entirely top to bottom. It's got a little label here. This is a large white model 975, and it's kind of just like a vest, a nice little vest to keep you all secure and safe. The other one I got was a tri-top chest binder that isn't cotton lined, so this one has a similar texture to the outside of this but all the way through. It's also in nude, which is like a light beige, and this one is a medium. The last one I got was an extra large black one, which is full body. From my experience, I think I had a tri-top one, but I felt like because I was a bit bigger at the time, my stomach would kind of like be emphasized when I was wearing the binder at the top, so I thought I'd get a full length one just because that's what I would have preferred when I had it, but that's not to say that everyone will be the same. When it comes to more permanent options, the main thing that's available is top surgery or a mastectomy. I had top surgery in 2012, I think. I always forget the dates, but I had double incision top surgery, which means they made 2 incisions across my chest, took my nipples off, put them back on after they reshaped them and took everything off, and sewed everything up, put nipples back where cis men may have their nipples, so usually it's a bit further out to your sides, if that makes sense, and lower down rather than in the middle of your chest. I have a video on top surgery which I'll link down below, and I have a few videos where I talk about my experience, so if you're interested in learning more about that, then have a look at those videos. Otherwise, that is it. I really hope whoever gets these binders enjoys using them or feels more comfortable with them. I know it really helped me, so I can only hope that it'll help you. I want to thank Sol, Mark, Bex and Oliver for supporting me on Patreon. I appreciate it so much, even more so this month, because your support on Patreon means that I can pay for the shipping for these binders. So if it wasn't for you, I'd be struggling a lot more right now. And you are to thank for these people getting the binders. So thanks so much. I hope everyone's having a great day and a great week and a great month and a great everything. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.